welcome to NEET World. Here we have a master team to guide you for the proper preparation for EAPCET. Hope you all are doing great with IP exams, right? And thinking about EAPCET examination. Now here we have a master team who will guide you exactly on how to crack EAPCET both TS and AP. This is chemistry faculty, Ajay sir.
Hi, hello everyone.
He will teach you about chemistry preparation and the chapter wise weightage as well. This is zoology faculty, Ramesh sir.
Hello.
Sir will be telling you again chapter wise weightage and preparation strategy with respect to zoology subject. And Abhilash sir will guide you in preparing for physics subject and strategy on how you have to build for physics in EAPCET.
Hello dear students.
Yes. Now if we look into the first chapter, that is botany, it is dealt by me. If you look into first year botany, the major units you have to focus on is first diversity in living world. Then you have to look into, first you have to focus on diversity in living world. Then you have to look into cell structure and functions. These two units are occupying the major weightage in your first year Telugu Academy or first year syllabus of botany. What chapters you have to cover majorly from diversity in living world? You have to look into biological classification and plant kingdom. You have to look into these two chapters. Beta, what are they? Biological classification and plant kingdom. From cell structure and function, you have to keenly go through three chapters under this unit. Those are cell, the unit of life, biomolecules, and cell cycle and cell division. Cell cycle and cell division. These are the three units you have to focus majorly from this unit. Okay. After finishing these two units, thirdly you have to look into the unit morphology. From morphology, what you have to focus on? Very firstly, vegetative characters, and then it is for floral characters. From vegetative characters, you have to look into root, stem, leaf and its modifications, most importantly examples. And then from floral characters, you have to look into flower position, estivation, and from gynoecium placentation. Definitely the question will be appeared with respect to the examples of these three segments from this chapter. So majorly you have to focus is on the examples beta from this chapter. Then comes plant ecology, where you have to learn all the set of adaptations, both morphological and anatomical adaptations. Then you have to look into plant succession and then ecological services. Lastly, you have to also focus on anatomy of flowering plants. You have to focus on what beta? Anatomy of flowering plants, where you have to majorly look into the differences between root, stem, leaf, both the differences between dicot and monocot. Then comes the second year botany syllabus. From second year botany syllabus, majorly again you have to focus on two units beta. Two units, what are they? The very first unit is plant physiology, and then you have to look into molecular biology and genetics. Okay, this covers approximately 70% of the syllabus from second year botany with respect to EAPCET. From plant physiology, if you have to look into 5 chapters, equally you have to focus on that. 5 chapters, what are they? Transport in plants, mineral nutrition, photosynthesis in higher plants, respiration, and then plant growth and development. All these 5 units you have to focus on from this unit. Okay. Then from molecular biology and genetics, that is principles and variation, easily 10 to 11 questions are covered. 10 to 11 questions just from these two chapters. Okay. So this is the major weightage of units from botany second year. Later you have to focus on microbiology and plants, microbes and human welfare. From microbiology, what you have to look into? You have to look into bacteria, viruses, microbes and human welfare. Also you have to focus on both combinedly. You may get 1 to 2 questions. Okay. So this is the weightage with respect to second year botany. Now clearly if you look into the set of the questions, now we have observed the percentage of the questionnaire, and based on that we have planned the order of the chapters. Now let us look into the approximate number of questions on what we will get exactly. So yes, The first unit, if you take from first unit, 5 to 6 questions will be covered from first year. Then the second unit you have to focus on. This is first unit. Second is cell structure and functions. Again the same set of questions. And then comes morphology, both vegetative and floral characters with respect to the examples you have to learn. First, second and third. This should be your order of preparation, beta. Then comes the reproduction in organisms. You have to look into ecology later, and lastly anatomy, where you have to focus on majorly the differences between root, stem, leaf, its characters. Okay, differentiation between root, stem, leaf, dicot and monocot differentiation you have to look into. And ecology, what you have to learn, beta? Ecological adaptation, succession and all that you have to look into. This is the pattern of questionnaire. You can take a screenshot of it and you can learn accordingly. Then from botany second year, majorly 3 chapters: plant physiology, genetics and molecular biology. These 3 units only will cover 70% of questionnaire from second year botany. Then what you have to focus on? Biotechnology, and then microbiology and plants, microbes and human welfare. This you have to, this should be your order of preparation. Okay. Then let us look into the concepts where you have to focus on, like what set of questions will come from those concepts in each unit. If you look into living world, from living world you have to majorly focus on taxonomic categories, taxonomic aids and binomial nomenclature as well. That you have to focus from the living world data. What are they? Binomial nomenclature, taxonomic categories and taxonomic aids. Biological classification, you have to look firstly on the systems of classification, kingdom systems of classification, where you have to cover up all the systems of classification, 2 kingdom, 3 kingdom, 4, 5 and 6, scientists who have discovered those kingdoms and what kingdom is newly discovered in that kingdom system of classification. This you have to focus on kingdom. Next, of those 5, of those set of systems of classification, 5 kingdom system of classification is major, right? From this you have to focus on Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. Later you have to learn, equally importantly you have to learn viroids, viruses, prions and lichens, which are not included in 5 kingdom system of classification. Every concept or every detail is important from this chapter. Next, science of botany, you may get hardly one question, okay. You have to focus on the scientists and books they have referred. From plant kingdom again, you have to focus on the primitive plants, algae, bryot, pterido and then gymno and angio as well with respect to their life cycles, okay. Next comes the next unit. Amongst all these 4, majorly the questions are covered from these 2 chapters. Then 2 questions, 1 to 2 questions from living world. Hardly 1 question from this chapter beta. That's all with this unit. Next, if we go for morphology, equal importance for vegetative and floral characters. Most importantly is their examples. With regards to examples, we have beautiful mnemonics where everything will be in your mind. Okay. Next. Third unit is reproduction in plants, where you will learn modes of reproduction, both asexual and sexual reproduction of all the organisms. Then sexual reproduction in flowering plants, where you will be focusing on pre-fertilization, fertilization and post-fertilization events more keenly. Mostly with respect to sexual reproduction in flowering plants, the questions are asked in alignment with cell division sometimes. Cell division based on the ploidy. Sometimes the questions are asked with respect to cell division, like numerical questions might be appearing connecting these 2 chapters. Next, taxonomy in angiosperms. You will learn 2 basic things here. You have to focus on the type of classification or systems of classification in plant kingdom, where you have to look into the natural, artificial and phylogenetic system of classification. And then you have to focus on 3 major families. Those are Fabaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae. Okay, this is what you have to look into. All the vegetative floral characters from these three families, most importantly is floral diagram and floral formulae. Floral diagram and floral formulae you have to give utmost importance. Then comes the unit cell structure and functions. Cell, the unit of life, you have to focus on prokaryotic, eukaryotic cells, cell theory, non-membrane bound, membrane bound, most importantly endomembrane system. Later you have to cover double membrane bound organelles as well. Most importantly, with respect to the shapes of the chromosomes, many at times match the following question is asked. Next, biomolecules, you have to look into the structure and function of biomacromolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleic acids you have to focus on. Then comes cell cycle and cell division, mitosis, meiosis and its significance you have to look into. Then from meiosis you have to focus on prophase 1. All the 5 substages of prophase 1, many at times the questions is asked from this concept of this chapter only. All the 5 substages, what are the beta? Leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. Next, internal organization of plants. You can learn this chapter in 3 fragments: tissues, tissue systems and secondary growth. From tissue systems, questions majorly appeared based on the differentiation between dicot and monocots. Then plant ecology, all the morphological and anatomical applications or adaptations of hydrarch, cirrharch plants, succession, primary and secondary succession, all the steps of succession you have to look into, and ecological services. Mostly the questions are not asked from this area of ecological services. If at all asked also, sometimes statement based questions might be asked. Next, from second year botany, as we have already discussed, plant physiology is our major target, where you have to look into transport in plants, both passive and active transport, and then most importantly opening and closing of stomata also you have to look into. Questions have appeared from that concept of this chapter. Next, from mineral nutrition you have to focus on essential nutrients, both micro and macronutrients. Nitrogen cycle is also important from this chapter. Then enzymes, most importantly the graph of activation energy. Many at times the questions are asked. Photosynthesis in higher plants, light and dark reactions, most importantly non-cyclic photophosphorylation you have to focus on, and from any of the cycles in dark reaction, be it C3, C4 and CAM, sometimes photorespiration also question is asked. Respiration in plants, many at times the question is asked based on glycolysis only from this chapter, sometimes from fermentation also, and numerical based questions can be arised from Krebs cycle, ETS, mechanism of ETS you have to focus on. And you have to also look into amphibolic pathway, respiratory quotient 2 from this chapter. Next, plant growth and development, you have to look into the graphs, growth rates, most importantly plant growth regulators, be it plant growth promoters like auxins, gibberellins, or plant growth inhibitors like abscisic acid and ethylene. All these hormones you have to focus on from this chapter. Okay. Next is our genetics. From genetics, principles of inheritance and variation, you have to look into monohybrid, dihybrid cross, loss of Mendelian principles and loss of Mendelian inheritance, and exceptions of Mendelian's principles you have to look into. Later you have to focus on chromosomal theory of inheritance, linkage and recombination. From any of this area, 5 to 6 questions can be appeared from this concept. Look into it. Next, molecular biology, where you have to look into replication, transcription and translation, both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. All the factors related to it, enzymes related to it, you have to look into. Okay, and most importantly gene expression as well. Again 5 to 6 questions will be covered from this unit. Okay. Next, biotechnology. Biotechnology, principles and processes, you have to focus on rDNA technology beta. Most importantly rDNA technology. From that, restriction, enzymes and cloning vectors, definitely the question will be asked from that area of this chapter. Next, biotechnology and its applications, be it agricultural applications or applications in medicine, you have to focus on all the set of applications. Okay, next it is microbiology. About bacteria and viruses you have to look into. In bacteria, most importantly, lytic cycle, lysogenic cycle, different types of viruses and their genetic material you have to see. Lastly, plants, microbes and human welfare, strategies in food production. Hardly 2 to 3 questions will be appeared from this. And microbes and human welfare, 1 to 2 questions beta, 1 to 2 questions, that's it. Yes. With this, we have completed the syllabus analysis of botany. Entire PPT with the weightage, everything is given here. Now next, zoology topics will be explained for you according to the weightage. Yes, Ramesh sir. Yes.
Yeah, hi guys. This is Ram. I am explaining here the weightage of zoology chapter. Okay. We have to plan and schedule for according to the exams. Okay, the weightage chronology from 10 years down line. Here there is a weightage of important topics. Okay, if come to the structural organization, it is 2 to 5%. If come, you have to look into this. Ecology is 11%. Ecology is 11%, and ecology here 11%. See how much it is weighted, and as well it is dry subject, thoda, and it is little bit confused while selecting the options. So look into this high productive topic, and as well here, like human reproduction 10%. This is 37%, guys. Human physiology. Physiology we need in-depth of detailed analysis while reading and as well practicing every topic in this human physiology. Around this and this, about 50%. Okay, this reproduction, physiology and ecology, around these 3 topics is 50% weightage. So we need to get smart work. First of all, we have to complete these kind of chapters according to our schedule. We have to create schedule. This is the weightage. Okay, we are giving to clear information about this schedule. Okay guys, just cool. You have to read according to the schedule. We will give clear picture about every subject, detailed manner. Okay? Yeah.
Just keep that close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Yeah. Structural organization. Structural organization means the structure of the any species. Likewise, symmetry here and the tissues here, like.
Just a second.
Yeah. Yes, got it.
Drag it to. Yeah, you can drag it up.
Yes.
Yeah, you can continue. Sir.
Yeah. So structural organization, the structure, how it is structured evolved in every species, level of species, like symmetry and a tissue level organization, cellular level, and as well there is a organ how it is formed, where there is a started in every phyla. Okay, the preparation strategy, focus on examples. Focus on example each type of organization. Organization means each type of level of species. Okay. And a diagram and importance. Diagram come to the only like tissues. In this tissues, diagrams will come. Okay. What are the types of tissues? 4 kind of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue, and as well muscular tissue. There is a diagram based questions are come, and there is a examples will come. What kind of tissue going to take place? What is the like importance and the characters of the tissues? And you have to mandate to practice the previous year questions. That will going to take place where you have to be focused. Okay, that such a topic. What are the key areas you have to be focused? This is the you have to get from the previous year questions itself. Okay, guys. Cool. Yeah. Next slide. Yes. Yeah. Animal diversity 1 and animal diversity 2. As you know, animal diversity one, it is the beautiful species like Cnidarians, Porifera, like what are the kind of earthworms, like these kind of phyla are there, right? It is beautiful, and then you have to go for the examples of that species, okay, and characters of the each phyla and differentiations between the phyla, and as well animal diversity 2. Animal diversity 2 means it is the coded characters. And what are the variants like developments going to take this from spinal cord, like likewise coded characters. Okay, if come to the birds they can fly, and what are the importance for their flight, like bone structure in the birds. There is an importance in each phyla. There is a development evolutionarily each phyla. So what are the kind of questions coming from these non-coded and coded? They can ask some phylas examples. They can ask you some phylas from features. There is a special characters. Okay, yeah, you have to focus on key areas, guys. We have to be smart because of it is huge. Taxonomy part, it is huge and quite difficult. So you have to schedule it. What are the areas? Here I did give the classification and features important in the invertebrates. Okay, non-chordates. Okay, and as well if come to the chordates, characters most important in the chordates. 4 hallmark characters are there. Okay, such a characters are evolved in which phyla? Vertebrate and reptilia mean reptiles. Aves, birds, what are the feathers? Okay, and as well mammals, what are the characters in the mammals? These are the key areas. Okay, you have to go through. One question will come each phyla. Okay, sometimes they can skip the features, but sometimes they can give the topics which they can cover every year. Okay, don't skip, each topic is important. Okay, yeah. Next. Yeah, locomotion and reproduction. Locomotion and reproduction come to the first year topic. Okay, guys. Yeah, locomotion and movement. What are the mechanism in this structure? Important. Okay, examples. Okay, it is a little bit of like low weightage chapter, but don't skip this paramecium, euglena. Okay, reproduction of this. Okay, yes, this is most important. No need to go entire to read. This chapter is very smart. You have to solve previous year questions enough. There is no logic in the chapter. Okay, there is no in-depth of details in the chapter. Just to go through the previous year questions. Okay, that is why we came into the weightage wise chapters. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Next, biology and human welfare. Sorry. Yeah. Next slide, which is biology and human welfare. Yeah, guys, biology and human welfare. So in the chapter, it is high weightage in the IPE also. So biology, human welfare, the focus areas, diseases and microbes, vaccines. Okay, human welfare, it is practice previous year questions is most important, guys. Okay, they can confuse you match the following, this word, one side disease and one side organisms, like this they can ask you such questions. So in that way you have to come across previous year questions, you must be there. Okay, and memorize application of micro agriculture and industry and medicine. You have to go through that. Application oriented questions will come in this chapter. Okay, and study of this is the cockroach, guys. This is most important, cockroach. There must be a question from this topic. Okay, importance. Okay, diagrams is the crucial, guys. Cockroach has its own digestive system, special because of it is a non-chordate. Even digestive system, respiratory system, and circulatory system, nervous system is there. Just you have to go through the diagram. You know the parts and the importance of parts. Okay, if come to the digestive system, okay, where the segments are like alimentary canal started. Okay, which segment is alimentary canal? Segregate, differentiate different parts in the alimentary canal. Such a questions coming from this. Okay, if come to the like excretor system, what are the Malpighian tubes? where the segment is started, multi-junction tubes, how much are there, 150 to 100 to 150, like that. Okay, very simple questions, very diagrammatic questions will come. That is the question we can call observation questions. Okay, yes. Yeah, ecology and environment. Guys, it is 11%. 11% means it is the huge. Okay, don't neglect this chapter. It is looking like very easy, but it can be confused in the options. Okay, question framework is easy, but it is confused to selection like options. So in that way, key areas, principles, ecology principles and interactions, population interactions. Okay, where is the levels, trophic levels, and ecology successions, like that. Okay, understanding is important, guys. Cycles and energy flow, biochemical cycles, carbon cycle. Okay, these kind of cycles are important. Okay, very simple, guys, but you have to go through this huge weightage topic. Biodiversity and conservation measures. This is the most important, recently innovative topic, and these questions may not skip from this topic. Okay, so just you come across previous year question, you may find these questions like this biodiversity. Okay, practice previous year MCQs. It is the most important, guys. Okay, 11% weightage, it is high. Okay, yeah, it is good for you to scoring, and as well, if you are expert in this topic, you have to crack the questions within the limit of time. Mean you have to, like, very easy, 30 seconds, just 30 seconds you will crack this question. Okay, time management also need. Okay, yeah, human anatomy and physiology. Guys, I segregated the weightage each topic. Okay, the weightage of each topic. Just look into this: digestive system, okay, respiratory system, and circulatory system, excretory system, nervous system, and muscular system, and as well reproductive system. All are equal weightage. All are equal weightage, and as well 37%, guys. 37% means it is the subject. If you are expert, first you have to start this subject. It is very interesting, and as well it is very like weightage, high weightage. Okay, it is, the volume is very high. Okay, preparation strategy, focus on functions of organ system, functions of the organ system. If come to the any like system, heart, circulatory system. Okay, how it is working heart. Okay, what kind of blood vessels are there. Okay, what type of blood is there, plasma is there, the chemical composition of plasma, like this, the systematic way, where there is an open circulatory system started and closed circulation system is where. Okay, such a differentiation different between arteries and vein. Okay, like a questions they will ask you, if heart is, okay, kidney, brain, nephron, and muscle contraction, and this is the reflect about nervous system. This system you have to focus on these organs. Okay, and as well hormones and enzymes also. What are the hormones involved for the systematic systems? Okay, if come to the digestive system, what are the like enzymes, what are the hormones released by the gastric juice? Okay, this is most important, guys. Okay, solve previous year questions. Okay, high yield topics, solve previous year questions, must be follow this, guys. Okay, yeah, genetics it is 10%, guys. Genetics it is 10%. Yeah, 10%, like this is the principles inheritance 4 to 5%. Genetics thoda difficult. Okay, it is like unlike other chapters, genetics is thoda difficult, but you must come across this topic. Okay, molecular basis inheritance, this is also most important in the genetics. These are the three topics weightage wise: principles of inheritance 4 to 5%, molecular basis inheritance 4 to 5%, human disorders. This is very easy, disorders. You have to keep focus. 1 or 2 questions will come. Okay. Yes. Preparation strategy. Come to this. Monohybrid and dihybrid. Practice this. Okay. Monohybrid, cross, and dihybrid. You have to practice. If you practice, it is easy. Okay. It is less time consumed. Okay, understanding the DNA structure and the replication and transcription and translation. Okay, rDNA technology. You have to come across this rDNA technology. Okay, disorders. This is also key area. Disorders. Okay, and as well MCQs. Previous year MCQs. You have to follow this. Okay, this is the strategy. This is a perfect strategy, guys. Okay, if you follow this strategy, it is enough. Be smart. Okay. Yeah. Next. Yeah, organic evolution. Guys, it is interesting topic. It is very interesting topic, and as well, it is weightage is 7%. It is not an ordinary thing. 7% is huge. Okay. Evolution, it is the most important and interesting topic, guys. Okay. Evidence of evolution. What are the evidence? Okay. Analogy, homology, organs, where this like segregated. Okay. That is the evolution. Evidence is one of the topic. That is 3%. This is the theories, guys. Darwin theory, Lamarckism. Okay. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Likewise, theories, they can ask you 3 to 4%. Weightage is theories. In this topic, weightage is theories. You have to focus on theories. And mechanism of evolution, 2%. Human evolution, the anthropogenic development of the human being is coming from 2%. There is a question, master question, like which kind of Homo sapiens, how they evolve. Okay, the era, periods, okay, and Pliocene era, okay, like these eras are there, right? And periods are there. What is the difference between period and era? Such a questions will come in the human evolution. Okay, yeah. Yes. Applied biology. Applied biology comes from application-oriented questions, guys. Animal husbandry, biotechnology, RDNA technology. There is a medicines which is developed from that. Biomedical technologies and transgenic animals. There is a question must be there from this, but it is a very easy. They can ask you applied-oriented questions from the chapter. You have to focus on these techniques. Okay, PCR technology, okay, RDNA technology, the gene therapy. There is a question must be come from this. You have to come across previous year question. You come to know what are the questions coming from this chapter. Okay, guys, this is all over about biology. Just you have to follow this strategy. Be smart. Within the time 45 days, you will crack the EAPCET. Okay, NEET work always help you. You have to comment, or else you have to follow this. And you have to come to the institute for the next best excellence. Thank you.
Hello dear students. Now I hope you are all enlightened by our faculties and strategizing about botany and also zoology. Now let us discuss our subject, that is highly important subject, coming to physics. Okay, coming to physics. So, when we talk about physics, what most of the students think is it's a tough nut to crack. Why? Because either there will be lack of conceptual clarity or there will be lack of practice. But before going to that, I would like to start by saying, okay, there is a saying which is called, even a sparrow has a bigger brain. So here, my focus is neither on the how small the sparrow is or the how big the size of the brain of the sparrow is. Here, I want to personify the intellect of each of the students who are given IPE exams. So you will be in 3 categories. Suppose, if I take IPE and EAPCET, which is now called EAPCET. Okay. So what about IPE? Okay. So first category, you would have done really well and you would have prepared well for EAPCET. Okay, this is one category of students. Another category of students, you would have done an average and you would have prepared an average for EAPCET. And next thing, you would have done not so okay in EAPCET, in IPE, and EAPCET, you are still confused. You are still confused. For all these kind of people, for all the three kinds of students, here I am going to discuss a generalized strategy when it comes to physics. When it comes to physics. So, what do you mean by strategy here? That is how to plan in the next 40 or 45 odd days to do well in physics. So, I will tell you there are two types of planning. One is called prospective planning, another is called retrospective planning. Okay, prospective planning means what? After your IPE exam, you will count the number of days and from first day you will say, from this day I will do this many chapters or topics in physics, and you will go on like that. That is called prospective planning. That is in future. What I will do in future, you will plan. Next, I am talking about retrospective planning. Retrospective planning is also called reverse engineering. That is, suppose your exam is on another 2 days or before 2 days. Before 2 days of the exam, what should be your position to do well in the examination? Suppose tomorrow or day after tomorrow I am having my exam. With respect to physics, what should I have to perform really well in the examination? I should have a set of diagrams or circuits where previous year questions, based on the previous year questions, where the questions are repeatedly coming, and a sheet of formula chapter wise where I can revise multiple times and go confidently to the exam, and the concepts from where the questions are being asked after the analysis of the previous year questions. So these are the things I need so that I revise multiple times, so that I have the confidence to attend the exam with some calmness and also some smart thinking. So that is why I told, even a sparrow has a bigger brain. I wanted to tell about smart thinking and proper strategy. Right. So let us move ahead. We will discuss the syllabus weightage when it comes to physics. So see here friends, the mechanics as the highest weightage. The mechanics as the highest weightage. I am talking, this is combined both first year and second year. The mechanics as the highest weightage, and next comes electrostatics and magnetism, and modern physics and optics. Modern physics and optics, this is having the third weightage. Third highest weightage is this one. Sorry, this is fourth weightage. And thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is also having one of the highest weightage, and these are okay. 7% and 9%. These are also totally fine, but these are easy chapters. Properties of matter, electromagnetic induction, and AC. Okay. One thing you must understand: these are not just the chapters in your book. These are all the concepts which you also apply, because in physics you also have practicals which you have done really well. I must be thinking before your exam you have done well in your practicals. Even in your intermediate first year, intermediate second year, you had practicals. So these are all the things which you have already done. So you must be able to apply those concepts in solving the questions. You must be able to apply those concepts in solving the question. So before going ahead, okay. So what I would like to say is, in physics, what are the different types of questions that can arise, or I can say what are the different types of prerequisites that are required to do well in the examination. Let me write it here. One is, I can write it as concept. Next is solving. Next is speed and accuracy. One thing is, the questions are being asked conceptually. If the conceptual questions, maybe word problems, or they may ask directly conceptual theory based questions, that time your concept should be very strong. So how to make the concept very strong? Okay, by now you would have done with your IPE preparation for your board exams. Okay, so based on that concepts only they are asking EAPCET, because they are coming from Telugu Academy syllabus itself, right? So what I would suggest you is, to make the concepts very strong, I would ask you to revise the Telugu Academy books again. Okay, Telugu Academy books of both first year and second year, you have to revise it again. Okay, line to line, each word or each line in the book can be a question in your examination. So you have to understand the concepts. Okay, here you don't have to by heart like you have to by heart for IPE exams, because derivations will be asked, all those things will be asked when it comes to IPE exams. But when it comes to EAPCET, the derivation, whatever the result you get, suppose you are getting a result like P by Q is equal to R by S, is highly important for us when it comes to EAPCET. The results of the derivations are important when it comes to EAPCET exam. Okay, but when it comes to IPE, you are writing all the derivations and all. But we need not focus on all those things. But I would suggest, when it comes to concept, go through each and every chapter carefully, understand, make mind maps. Fine. After that, what you have to do is at the end of the chapter, you can see there is something called summary. There is something called summary in your Telugu Academy book. Okay. Please read the summary carefully and do multiple revisions of the summary. That will take care of the concepts. That will take care of the concepts, and also it will take care of the theory based questions. It will take care of the theory based questions. Now coming to solving. So each chapter has different formulas. Different formulas or formulae. Okay. You have to make a note of each of these formulae based on the not just the chapter wise and also based on the PYQs. You have to analyze the PYQs, take some publication where you are having PYQs, and based on that, please make list of formulae. Okay, and please keep revising that, and based on those formulas, please solve the PYQs. When you solve the PYQs, and it's not like you are solving it how you solve in IPE, where you write all the given data and all these things. You have to develop some tricks. That is helpful for you to solve the questions in a very fast and accurate way. So for solving, you need some formulae, and to solve it with speed and accuracy, you need what? The calculation tricks. You should have the calculation tricks. You should develop some calculation tricks. Okay, develop some calculation tricks. Okay, so having said this, we told for concept we have to go for Telugu Academy book and all these things. So what after NCET, what you will have is, you will have develop something called FOMO. That is called fear of missing out. What you will do is, you will try to buy so many books or try to watch so many videos. What you will do is, for a single chapter, you will watch multiple videos. Okay, that is not required. Please keep the basics very strong. Okay, follow a simple strategy. Keep it very simple. Okay, and based on that, practice the questions. What will happen is, one of the error what students do is, they will learn the concept, and they will practice, and again they will practice, and again they will practice, and they will go to next chapter, they will learn the concept, they will practice, and they will practice. But what will happen with this is, you will forget the concept of this chapter. So what I would do is, if I was in your position, what I would do is, after each and every chapter, of course practice is necessary, you have to give the mock test, but at the same time, revise the concepts multiple times. So I would say, revise, practice, and again revise, practice. Okay, revise, practice. Revision should improve. Okay, with multiple revisions, each and every concept will become clear. Got it, friends? And another thing is, when it comes to physics, the type of questions that they are asking is, one is direct questions. Okay, which is theory based questions. Okay, direct question, which is theory based question. Next is statement based. Okay, statement based means what? They may ask a question like, which of the following statements about PN junction diode is wrong? Okay, they may ask such questions. Another question is, they can ask assertion and reasoning question. These are the type of questions that they can ask, and they can ask numericals. Okay, they can ask numericals. So first thing is, I told you, follow rigorously Telugu Academy books and practice PYQs. Okay, now this is about the general strategy I told you. Now let us delve deeper into what of each of the topics. Okay, and I'll just show the weightage, because this is definitely directly available to you. Okay, I'll just show the weightage. I just wanted to tell you about how to go about physics preparation. So one thing is, formula should be what? Handy with you. Okay, suppose if I say Kirchhoff law, what are the type of questions that can be asked? You should know. Suppose I say stress and strain relation. Okay, stress and strain relation. Okay, you should know the stress and strain graph. And what are the types of material? That is, what is perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, what is plastic material? All these things, examples you must know. Okay, next, coming to each of the chapters, let us see. So see here, friends, mechanics I told you 20 to 25%. Okay, next, just a minute. To 25%. These are all the topics that are covered in mechanics. and thermodynamics. These are all the topics that are covered in thermodynamics, that is 10 to 15%. So mechanics is having the highest weightage. So rotational motion and simple harmonic motion and its variation, all these things you must learn. Next, coming to waves and oscillations. This is having 10 to 15% weightage, but it is a very easy topic. Okay, Doppler effect. Questions on Doppler effect are direct, pretty direct. So if you do the PYQs for this topic, it is more than enough. If you do the PYQs for this topic, it is more than enough. And one more thing is, suppose you have to focus on exceptions and what? Special cases. Suppose I talk about parallel plate capacitors. What are the special cases that are involved? What are the exceptions that are involved? Based on those exceptions, the question will be asked in MCQ. Got it, friends? So these are the things you have to focus. Going forward, let us see what are the topics that are there and its weightage. So electrostatics and magnetism, this is having the weightage of 15 to 20%. Got it? These are the topics that are involved. And optics. Okay. Be it ray optics, be it wave optics, you have to be very focused when it comes to optics. Next thing is modern physics. Modern physics is having 10 to 12% weightage. That is dual nature of matter, atomic structure, nuclear physics and radioactivity. So take it from me, friends, nuclear physics and radioactivity, their questions are coming directly from the PYQs. Okay, so PYQs will be very helpful because it is not just like it will open your door to the minds of the examiner, PYQs. So please focus on the PYQs for these two topics, especially modern physics. Next thing. So next is electromagnetic induction and alternating currents. So Faraday's law of induction, Lenz's law, self and mutual inductance, AC circuits and their applications, all these things. So direct questions are coming, but you have to practice lot of PYQs based on this. So suppose a question comes, okay, you should be in a position to arrive at the conclusion that from which chapter this question is coming. Suppose you are not able to crack that question, from that chapter all the formulas should come to your mind. Okay, one or the other formula you can apply and get the answer. These are repeated revisions will help you. So this is with respect to electromagnetic induction and alternating currents. This is having the weightage of 10%. And properties of matter, surface tension, viscosity, elasticity. Like I told you, what is perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, plastic material, viscosity, highly viscous, less viscous, surface tension, all these things, the differences. Okay, based on the differences, they are asking question. Okay, next, before going to chemistry, I'd like to tell you one thing. Okay, with respect to physics, what you have to do is PYQs, mapping the PYQs to the questions and concepts is very important. So you have to map the PYQs to the concepts. Then you can arrive at the concepts that are repeatedly asked, and based on that you can prepare accordingly. Okay, friends, I hope the strategy will be helpful. Prepare really well. Okay, now Ajay sir will explain the chemistry strategy, friends. Thank you.
Hello my dear students. So let us discuss about chemistry. So before going to that, I hope you are doing well with your IP exams, right? Okay. So let us discuss about chemistry. So here we know we are at our crucial time. So we are already spent 2 years of time on our intermediate exams and also for our future plannings. Like if you are a NEET student, you are maybe preparing for NEET, and now you are also preparing for EAPCET if you are a BPC student for pharmacy. Okay. The next, if you are an engineering student, you may be preparing for JEE or not this EAPCET, right? So it is a crucial time. We are at the crucial stage of our career. So we should use these 40 days of time very effectively in order to get a good rank or a good seat or to choose a better path for our career. Okay. So here, before going to discuss about strategy, so let us discuss what topics are there for this EAPCET first. Okay. Once after discussing the important topics, then we will be discussing a generalized strategy for all the subjects. So let us look here. So first thing is, here we have these are the first year topics, like 11th class topics I can say. So when it comes to JEE preparation or NEET preparation, we might be following NCERT books, but when it comes to EAPCET, you should be strictly follow Telugu Academy books also. Okay, so this syllabus is completely based on Telugu Academy syllabus. and you can go to the brochure and you can check. This will be the syllabus given from the EAPCET brochure. Okay, so here these are the weightage for each topic or each chapter I am providing here. So from structure of atom we may be expecting 2 questions. This is purely based on the previous year paper analysis. Okay, the next classification of element we may be expecting 1 question. Okay, so these are very useful and very basic topics, right? See, structure of atom or atomic structure you will be studying in both physics and chemistry, right? So it will be very useful if you cover here itself without avoiding this particular topic. And we know like classification of elements and periodic table is completely like the marks are in our hand itself, because we know we are studying about periodic table from last our like 10th standard itself. So if you are thorough with the elements first and writing the electronic configuration and how there are exceptions for electronic configuration. Now let us move little more to the periodic properties. How the properties are varying along the group or along the period in a particular like if you take a particular period. Okay, so then next one more important topic and very easy topic is chemical bonding. Okay, so you can cover this chemical bonding also. We may expecting 2 questions from that. Then see here we have thermodynamics with 2 questions and chemical equilibrium also with 2 questions. Okay, you can also focus on these topics. See here the stoichiometry consists of only 1 question according to like previous year paper analysis, but when it comes to stoichiometry it involves what the things are involved here. See, significant figures are important for physics and chemistry, so you can cover both here itself. And then next, when it comes to mole concept, in order to do questions from other topics or other chapters of physical chemistry, we need to aware of mole concept, right? And then next, redox reactions. So redox reactions are also included in this stoichiometry. So if you are thorough with the redox reaction, then only we can move for the electrochemistry of 12th chapter, I mean 12th class chapters, right? So you should be thorough with this stoichiometry also. Okay, then next, so high weightage topic we may expect from like this GOC part, organic chemistry, general organic chemistry. So where you will be having some electronic effects like inductive, mesomeric and hyperconjugation, those things. And then next we can go for the first chapter, that is hydrocarbons of organic chemistry. So it will be, we may expecting 2 to 3 questions from this particular 11th class organic. Okay, so then after that we may move for the 12th class. So here solutions. So we already discussed about stoichiometry. There we will be considering or covering all the mole concept topic and also concentration terms, right? So here also again same thing repeats in the solutions like concentration terms. Along with that you should focus on what? The colligative properties, right? What are the colligative properties like elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, those things. So you will be like maybe expecting 2 questions from this particular topic. Okay, so then highly weightage topic here if we say, so here when we cover D and F block, so it will be easy for us to cover this coordination chemistry, and we may expect 2 questions from this particular chapter of coordination complexes, right? Okay, then next, so here biomolecules also we may expect 2 questions. So here then next like again 12th class organic when it comes. So here what we have aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid is one of the most high weightage topic of 12th class. Again along with that you can follow alcohols, phenols, ethers also. Okay, so these are we may expect almost 4 questions from this particular individual topic itself. Then it comes to amines, so we may expect 1 question. So this is purely for your reference only, so you can follow our slides to get some clarity on your preparation. Okay, so here I have provided chapter wise important topics. What I am saying, chapter wise important topics. So when it comes to some basic concepts of chemistry, these are the things you should be must cover from your in your preparation. Okay, so if you are expecting from like 30 plus marks, I mean 30 to 40 marks, so you should definitely cover these particular topics from in your preparation. Okay, so what are the topics from first chapter? Just follow the significant figures, mole concept and its numericals, and the next stoichiometric calculations, the next empirical and molecular formula. Then next when it comes to structure of atom, you can follow Bohr model and complete Bohr model calculations like radius, energy, all those things like wavelength, and then next velocity, all those things, and spectra, hydrogen spectra, Okay, so the next dual nature of matter and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. The quantum lemmas is one of the most important topic you should not miss. The next, if possible, you can also need to cover this radial distribution curves. Okay, radial distribution curves for different orbitals, like 1s orbital, how the curve will look like. Those things also you should cover. Okay, so this will not take much of your time because these are like just like question based answers. I mean, by looking at the question you can answer them very easily, right? So time will not be wasted here. Okay, so if you are a NEET or BPC student, so what happens? So you will be very good in botany and zoology, but you will be facing difficulty with either physics or chemistry. So those who are good in these two subjects, either in physics and also in chemistry, so they can survive or they can score better score, and you may expect good rank also. So similarly, when it comes to mathematics, MPC students also, so they may be having like 3 subjects, but when it comes to mathematics, you may be having some lengthy questions. Some people may think like that. Okay, so for them, chemistry is one of the easiest subject for their preparation. So you just plan accordingly what are your like strengths and weakness. So based on that, you have to plan. Okay, so here, so these are the topics of each chapter. So just go through these topics itself first. So once after covering these topics, then you can like extend your preparation to the other topics also. Okay. Yeah, so these are the topics from thermodynamics. You can follow, like thermochemistry part I have included, and also thermodynamics part also I included. Just go through those things. Yeah, so here again some basic concepts of chemistry I told you. So electronic displacements in covalent bonds like inductive, isomeric already we discussed. The next, purification techniques also, what exactly the Gell-Law's method, Dumas method, those things, and qualitative quantitative analysis are there now, like Libach's method. So how much percentage of a carbon is present in particular organic compound, all those things comes here. And we may be definitely expecting a question from aromaticity concept, okay, and isomerism also. Okay, then next from P block you can cover from 13th to 18th group. So we may expect 3 to 4 questions from complete P block. Okay, and hydrocarbons, these are the topics you should focus more. Okay, these are from second year chemistry, like solid state also there. So when it comes to solid state, it will not be in NCERT, but we have it in what? Our Telugu Academy. So you should need to complete this particular topic also. So these are the topics. So here we have to study metallurgy also, along with surface chemistry. Okay. Yeah. So coordination chemistry one should not miss if you are really preparing for your EAPCET exams. Okay, so this portion is completely from organic. So you just go through each of these topic which I included. That will be really helpful for your preparation. So when it comes to aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid, you just follow or just prepare along with this whatever I mentioned here. So along with this, you just need to cover some Nemer reactions like alders, like Canzaro, these basic Nemer reactions for EAPCET. You should not miss those topics also. Okay, so again amines, in amines we have aliphatic amines, aromatic amines, we should cover those, and their like how basic nature will vary in aliphatic amines and aromatic amines. So how do we link them? And next, when it comes to cyanides and carbylamine test, you have to thorough with. So that those topics are like regularly asked questions are there in those particular topics. So you should not miss those. Okay, so once after finishing your IB exams, so I will suggest you to go through PYQ book once. So just analyze what kind of questions they are asking and just segregate how many topics or how many chapters you are thorough with. So you might be already in preparation, or you are at least you are preparing for your IP exam, right? So that preparation will also be very helpful for this EAPCET also. Okay, so just make it with a proper plan. You just make it a like segregate those topics which you know and those you are facing really difficult. So make like that and go with the known topics first and choose those topics which are highly weighted and which are easy topics first. So make it clarity on those topics, then go for the remaining topics. So this will give you some confidence. Okay. So I will tell you like what strategy you should follow while you are preparing. Okay. So here, first thing is assess your strength and weakness. That is what I am saying here. First, just make like sit on a chair or a place where you feel comfortable and take a white sheet. So just assess yourself. What I know, what I am studying from last 2 years. So what I should do now in order to make the exam very well. Okay. So make the strength list and weakness list. Okay. Then next, analyze the syllabus. Okay. And analyze the syllabus with and focus more on frequently asked questions. Okay. So make like that. Okay. Then next, identify your weak areas. So analyze your strengths and weakness, make them separate sheet and focus on your weak areas also in order to get some improvement, right?
Okay. So continuing from what sir said, so basically sir said we should focus on the strengths.
Yes sir. Yes,
and
sir.
we should also focus on the
Yeah.
weaknesses
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
practicing more.
Yeah.
So continuing from what sir said, we should create a realistic timetable. Okay. Initially you may create a timetable where you plan to study for 16 hours, 18 hours. Okay, you may study also for 1 day, 2 days.
And sir, one more thing.
Yeah.
See, students know there are many people like they are giving you wrong guidance with something like stupid like cheat codes or
codes,
something
yeah.
like. So
Cheat
do
codes.
not depend on those things,
Yeah.
right, na sir?
Right, yeah.
So that won't work in the exam
Yeah.
actually. There will not be like 40, like 10 questions are A options, 10 questions are B. That will not work at all.
No.
So you should be completely thorough with the subject.
See.
So you should believe on yourself itself, right, na sir?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So whatever is strategy we are saying, we are telling it whatever is the truth. Okay, what is obvious. See, cheat codes are just to cheat yourself.
Yes,
you are
yes,
not
sir.
going
True,
to
sir.
survive in the exam. Okay, so 16 hours and 18 hours you may survive for 1 day, 2 days. But to do consistently, you should plan properly, which is realistic. That's why we said create a realistic timetable. Even if you are studying for 8 hours, 10 hours, but you should be consistent. Okay, because consistency is the mother of learning. Okay, that's why we have to create a realistic timetable where you divide time accordingly for each and every subject. You have to give proper time. Suppose sir said weakness and strength, which you are having strength, there you are giving more time. That is fine, but the weak subjects also you should give more time so that you can increase your score.
Yeah.
Right now, sir? Yeah. Next thing.
See, we know our capacity, how much amount of work we can do or how
Yeah.
much amount of like study we can do in particular day. So based on that only you have to make your timetable. You should not follow someone's timetable to make yourself strong. So that will not happen. That will never work. Okay,
Yeah.
make your own timetable.
Yeah. Suppose sir, 2 years.
Yeah.
For 2 years I studied IPE.
Yeah.
Okay. During that time I never studied even for 10 hours.
Yeah.
So just now 40 days thinking that I will study in 16 hours. That is not realistic.
Yeah. That won't
Correct,
work
no, sir?
also.
Yeah. Next, follow a structured study plan. So based on the strategy we discussed for each and every subject, you can make a plan accordingly by yourself. Okay, don't follow your friend's plan or others' plan. Make a plan based on yourself. You can take the help of your teachers or expert guidance. Okay, that we are providing in our platform also, that is NEET World YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah. See here, concentrate on topics like, see, per day, how many topics you are going to study, how many topics you are going to complete. So segregate them according to your convenience for each subject also. Then try to finish by the end of the day to whatever you have planned. Whatever you are making the plans, you should fulfill them by the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah. So suppose for example, sir said while discussing about chemistry, sir said certain topics you would have already studied for IPA exam.
Yes.
What you should do, you should revise that immediately after your IPA exam, because you don't have to keep it at the end, so that where you will be having time lag and you will forget things. So revise it immediately. Got it? So next thing is, when it comes to what mathematics, we will deal it later. When it comes to biology, you have to prepare very well when it comes to diagrams and site of the reactions. Okay, so where the dark reaction is occurring, where the light reaction is occurring. All these things are very important. Next, focus on Telugu academic textbooks and PYQs. So when it comes to MSET, see, although NCERTs are good, but when it comes to MSET, questions are directly picked. from the lines of Telugu Academy books, and also please focus on the PYQs. Next thing, sir.
So here use online resources. See, your online resources usage should be very crisp and clear. Should not go through some random platforms, so which makes you feel like you are preparing for the exam, but they might give you some wrong guidance. So just follow some unique and most authentic sources to make your preparation very effective. Okay, so I will suggest you one thing. See, you can join our course if you are really interested, or if you are really searching for a good mentor. So you can join our course for this short term coaching which we are providing from this 24th March. Okay, so you just join for a week for free of cost without any fees. So once if you are feel satisfied with that, either online or offline, it's completely up to you. Okay, once you are satisfied with that particular classes, so you can continue with us.
You can continue. If you are not satisfied, you can leave and find somewhere. Okay, but we are 100% sure you will be satisfied, because we are providing genuine guidance and we are having very experienced and also highly reputed faculties. So next thing, sir.
So you can again. So it is not about whether you are joining or not. So it's completely up to you. So you can use our app for further future information also, and you can download our app, that is what MedWorld.
Sir, please write it, sir.
So you can download this app MedWorld.
It is Med Space World, not MedWorld.
Med
Space World. You can search it on Google.
MedWorld Play Store. You can go through the Play Store and search MedWorld app. So that whatever we are giving the strategies or whatever the slides we are providing with the information, completely you can access them in that particular app. Okay.
So for single topic, don't go through 10 to 20 videos. Okay, that is just passive learning. You are thinking that you are working hard, but no. Just go through one simple video, make notes and revise it again. Okay, next thing, practice regularly. Okay, so we have been emphasizing, starting from botany, zoology, physics and chemistry also, we have been emphasizing the importance of practice and revision. Solve at least 30-40 questions daily to increase your problem solving speed. Be it chemistry, be it physics, problem solving is very important. Okay, be it biology, okay, be it zoology or botany, which includes botany and zoology, please focus on solving the PYQs. At least every day solve 30 to 40 PYQs. Next thing.
See, make yourself very calm, clean and crisp, and you should be very healthy during your preparation. So take some limited amount of food and very selected food for keeping yourself very healthy. Okay.
So basically have good habits. Okay, sleep on right time and use your environment, make your environment in such a way that it is study friendly and it is stress free. Got it, friends? So and next thing is, in our classes also we are providing even stress free education, so that you focus well on your preparation and rest we will leave it on your preparation and your efforts. Okay, we have self belief and prepare.
So I just wanted to suggest one more thing. Try to avoid that negative thoughts. See, we are at the end of our 12th class. So most of us, like most of the students, are feeling like they will be like they haven't studied well for last 2 years. So but this is the right time and you are in the right place. And so you will be really, I will be saying that, so you will never regret after joining a crash course from NEET World team. Okay, because they are highly equipped and they are highly strategized the plan how to crack or how to improve the score of whether it may be like a top student or maybe average student. We don't consider them like that. So we will be making a generalized and very effective plan which can be definitely give a successful result. So I hope you got what we are saying.
So sir, basically for each and every student individual attention will be given, and in the end of the day, that is when after your IP exam, so when last 40 days are left for your preparation, so there will be a lot of fear mongering going on the online platforms, saying that if you don't study this, from this these many questions will come and they will solve some difficult questions and make you feel that you are not able to solve these questions. Then you will doubt yourself, and based on that you will think that your preparation is not there. No need to worry all those things. So avoid those online platforms and focus on what is really genuine. Got it, friends? Next thing. So next thing, this is about our course. Okay, our NEET World is providing crash course for EAPCET. Okay, both for BPC and MPC. Coming to MPC, we will come with a separate strategy very soon. Today we discussed about BPC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for discussing with particular faculty or whatever the information you require, so you just contact this number. Either you can directly talk with the faculties, whatever the subject like faculty or teacher you want, you can directly speak with that particular person, or you can speak with our administration team. So there is no issues with the communication. Okay, I hope everything going well with your IP exams also. So
And
let
if
us-
possible, do visit our institute.
Yeah.
Suppose you are not joining the course also, you can then directly connect with our faculty and ask your doubts and seek guidance.
Yes.
For your students,
So yes, students, NEET World is the best solution for all your doubts and confusions, and definitely we promise you that we show you the best career pathway after your intermediate. We have both online and offline platforms. In online platform, you can refer, as sir said, go to Play Store and just download MedWorld. You can freely access this entire PPT of weightage, and you can access our 10 mock tests which are for free along with the doubt discussion sessions.
And the
And
mock
here
test-
in the our offline course is in Narayanpura, Hyderabad. You can come here and visit our branch too.
the mock test is not just online. If you are really interested, you can come to our institute. I can give all those 10 mock tests for free offline also.
Yes, students. And the agenda of our institute is stress-free education. The entire team here will focus on each and every student, and we will give the guidance accordingly to each student and make sure that at the end of the day you are cracking the exam for sure. Yes, this is our team, and thank you all for listening to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And wish you
Have a
well. Thank you.